Hello, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'll be reviewing the Power of Surrender deck. I do not have the box anymore. However, I do remember that it was a solid, good quality box. I keep my cards now in this beautiful velvet stitched bag. That being said, the cards are gilded. Beautiful silver gilding. I'm a huge fan of gilding. I just love it. They are really comfortable size to hold. So not really super small, but maybe just a tiny bit smaller than the average deck that I have. The cards are glossy. So I don't know if you can really see the shine on them, but these are glossy cards. This is the back. These cards are not, these cards do not come with a guidebook, which I think is fine considering the amount of text that we get. We get the keywords and then we get some extra text down here. And of course, you can also use the image on each card to further give you guidance. These are really nice to shuffle. I would say these are good quality. Really good quality cardstock. Okay, so I'm just gonna flip through. There's no guidebook to talk about, so there's not much for me to do except show you the cards. I'm not gonna read every word, but I will show you every image. Surrender to inner peace. Just trying to find a good place to display these. Surrender to success. You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. Surrender to non-action. Surrender defensiveness. So instead of getting upset when somebody brings something to your attention, maybe just get curious about it and ask yourself, is this true? Is this something I should take into consideration? Do I need to make some changes somewhere? Instead of immediately getting defensive. Surrender negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. I think when negative thoughts pop in, you shouldn't just brush them aside and immediately try to fill that space with something positive. I think even negative thoughts or feelings are there for a reason to teach us something. Surrender frustration. Surrender to miracles. So this deck is all about things you either need to surrender to or release. Surrender low self-esteem. You deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. Surrender to spirit. Surrender unhealthy relationships. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. Okay. Surrender your addictions. This could be anything from the typical, when you think of addictions, the typical things that come to mind: drugs, alcohol, gambling, sex, things like that. But, social media can also be an addiction. Work can be an addiction. Working out can be an addiction. And it's funny when people are quick to say they're not addicted to anything. They're not addicted to social media. And then, but then you see them on there literally like constantly. And, it's like, again, don't get defensive. Maybe just get curious and see if that's something you need to address. It's, the world we live in today, it's very easy to get caught up in social media and kind of rely on that for our self-worth, surrender your ego and rely on social media for basically, a lot of things these days. Nothing wrong with using it. Nothing wrong with using it a lot. Surrender what is. but it shouldn't be to the point that you neglect other things because of it. Surrender to complete healing, and just ask yourself, the time I'm putting into social media, am I getting enough out of that to make it worth my precious time? Surrender your belief in scarcity. Surrender resentments. Holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward toward positive situations in your life. Surrender to trust. Surrender to divine timing. Sometimes divine timing may be different from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego, be patient and trust universal flow. Surrender to the beauty of the natural world. I'm just reading this top part for most of these cards. Surrender stubbornness. If you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. Surrender to your full power. Your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. Surrender stress. Surrender to the magic of who you are. Surrender your fear of change. Surrender to the habit of people pleasing. I know, God knows, I can relate to that. I think a lot of us tend to fall into that trap where sometimes you end up putting other people's expectations above what's good for you or what feels right for you. We can sometimes say yes when we mean no, oh, can you do me this favor? And you feel obligated. You want to help the person. You want to be that nice person. But it's okay to put yourself first. Surrender your need to always be right. We got to take care of ourselves if we're going to be in a good position to be a good friend or anything else to anyone else. Surrender to effortlessness. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. Surrender worry. Surrender to your intuition. Surrender the drama. Surrender your fear of intimacy. Surrender to the wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's messages about a person or situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. Surrender to surrender to setting limits. It's healthy to set boundaries in a relationship, practice expressing needs, and remember that no is a complete sentence. Surrender comparison of other people. Surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Surrender to joy. A key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling. During both the hard and easy times, keep surrendering to more joy. I really love that pose. I wish I could leap like that, like a gazelle. Surrender to your desire to control people. The only person you can control is the person in the mirror. Surrender to passion. Surrender procrastination. Surrender to receiving support and love. Surrender to silence. In a quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. Surrender to creativity. Let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. Surrender to your soul's path. Surrender obsessive thinking. If you're obsessing about a person or situation, turn the dilemma over to your spirit. Doing so will help you bring clarity or even solve the problem. Surrender to prayer. Last one. Give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from your heart, you will be heard throughout the universe, and answers will support. Answers and support will arrive. Okay, so again, this has been the Power of Surrender deck. Just a great deck, great quality, nice messages, no need for a guidebook, which can be nice. Beautiful gilding. Don't have the box to show you, but it does come in a nice, sturdy, solid box. So that's about all I can tell you about this deck. So thank you for joining me for this review. Until next time, take care and much love.